Could your neighbor's secondhand cigarette smoke be breaking the law? That's the question at the heart of a unique lawsuit filed by a Michigan breast cancer survivor who has asthma, and she says the smoke from her neighbor's condo is making her sick. The woman's attorney, Alan Gaucher, joins us now via Skype. And Alan, thank you for being with us. Can you just highlight a little bit about what this actual lawsuit is claiming?
So Ms. Davis is a breast cancer survivor who is also handicapped under the Federal Fair Housing Act and disabled under the Michigan Persons with Disabilities Civil Rights Act. Because she has a disorder that affects a major life function, and that's her asthma. The downstairs neighbors in a condominium that shares a ventilation system are smoking constantly, and the smoke goes up through the vents into her condo, and it makes it very difficult for her to breathe.
So real quickly, Alan, is the goal in this just to get them to stop smoking in the condo? Or is
that's the major goal.
Okay.
Or are you trying to get the Housing Association to change the ventilation system so that they can both be accommodated?
If the association would like to change the ventilation system, then that would be something we'd be willing to discuss. But until that happens, we're left with really two possibilities. One, they continue to smoke and create a nuisance and violate federal and state law, or they walk outside and smoke their cigarettes there.
Well, Alan, thank you very much for joining us. I will say this is so complex. The legal system will figure this one out, obviously. We are not lawyers, but I feel for this woman because if she truly has asthma, breast cancer survivor, doing everything possible to decrease her risk of cancer and the ability to breathe without having asthma attacks, you know, the easy answer would be, oh, just replace the ventilation system. But I'm sure the condo association looks at that and says, well, that's a really expensive thing for us to do. And yet that seems like the only answer that would appease all parties.
Right, well, but I think this is a really complicated question because I think it's easy for us as doctors to say, yes, smoking kills 500,000 people a year. This is a terrible habit, but there is some freedom of choice. This is their home. They have a right to do what they want as well. So I think it's a really complicated
I will say this.
question.
I mean, these laws on smoking are just getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
You live in Santa Monica, right? And so, I mean, you can't smoke on the beach, right?
No.
And you can't smoke on the street itself.
In no public places. Yeah,
so, I mean, it's getting
very
tougher
strict.
and tougher, and I think we're heading in the right direction. I think you may see that it's going to be like smokers' buildings and non-smokers, and you'll ultimately have buildings where you can't smoke.
I will say this, when I'm out here in LA and in the apartment, my deck is right next to another deck, and
not a smoker, I hope.
They smoke so much marijuana out there that I literally will be inside doing work and I feel like I'm at a marijuana farm that just got caught by a wildfire. And I will say...
That's such good TV these days.
So if I ever look like I'm hosting the show high, it's not on purpose. But my point is, when you live in close quarters in an apartment building, there are things that happen. I mean, there's noise, there's smoke, and it is such a complicated thing, and that's why obviously...
common areas like hallways and all the foyer, the entryways, things like that. I mean, it spreads.
And there's no easy answers, but I will say, who cares? Just kidding.